Hello mates, my name is Risk. Welcome back. We're doing another video of Scrutinized. Now I haven't really got a chance to actually play the game that much. I only have 4 hours under my belt. And yeah, I've actually started looking around in discussions in the Steam page and also around on videos and stuff and see if anybody have figured out how this game works. And sadly, nobody really has a strategy to deal with whatever is going on around here. So I decided to play a little bit on my free time, and I think I figured out something here. I'll show you in just a second what I mean. However, this game is mostly, if comparing it to Welcome to the Game 1 or 2, it's mostly more resembling Welcome to the Game 1. Considering everything is taking place in a singular house. The way it works is that you'd usually hear a sound effect when one of the killers is coming for you. And that worked great because everybody who was observing or was very observant with their ears would see one of the killers coming, which, by the way, you can do this with the curtains. It doesn't really do anything. Adam confirmed that it doesn't really help you in any way, so yeah, just some fun fact here. Anyway, so usually in Welcome to the Game 1, you'd hear something weird and then you'd go investigate what the hell is going on. You'd turn off the light, hide, and just wait for the threat to go away. Now, what's different about this game is the killer seems to somewhat resemble Welcome to the Game 2, where you don't really hear anything and they just sneak up on you and get the upper hand on you, and it's up to you to actually set up traps and then get a visual cue or audio cue or whatever. So what's so difficult about this game is that it's like Welcome to the Game 1, just without sound cues for the killers. Now that's difficult, because if you can't hear it out, then it always seems like the killers are RNG and coming for you. The killers are RNG, but it wouldn't be such a problem if we'd actually figure out some sort of cue declaring their arrival. Some people say certain sound effects declare their arrival, like tapping the window and a car, but I wasn't able to confirm it. However, when I played, just actually today, for a few minutes, I was like, damn, there is people outside my house and I can't hear them. What the hell am I supposed to do? And then I noticed the next change in sound. Did you notice how the sound became louder all of a sudden? You're not supposed to lock all the windows. Just keep one out to have a breeze. And I noticed the sound is not getting muffled when I focus on the computer. So I proposed the following strategy. The open window strategy. This strategy involves around listening to hidden sound cues. Maybe these sound cues were not present before, but now with my window open, I'm sure as hell bound to hear something if it's going outside my house. Now another thing for this strategy is that we need to figure out how the killers work, right? So Tanner, which is the guy with the lab coat, the white lab coat. By the way, I may die while talking here, but it's just this demonstration so I can explain what am I doing. So there is 2 killers in the game. There is Tanner and then there is the Russian kidnapper. They're not working together in any way. They're just both threats individual from each other. So Tanner, you need to look at the cameras and see where he's coming from. So you don't need to get up from your computer and see where he's coming from, right? You can use your cameras, look around, and the cameras are independent from the internet, so you don't actually have to mess with your Wi-Fi in case it goes bad. And the other killer, the Russian killer, or kidnapper, the way he works, according to the file on our computer, is that he can only go and unlock a window if the lights are off. So for him to actually break into my house, 2 conditions need to be met. He needs to have the light off, and then he needs to walk to the window and unlock it. Now, we don't usually hear if the lights... Actually, I did just hear the lights go off, but usually when the lights go off in maybe a different room, you're not really able to hear that. So my hopes, with a window open, I will be able to hear anybody walking around my house and or trying to break a window open. Window tapping, though, I'm not sure if window tapping means anything. So if I hear window tapping, I won't, put too much emphasis on it. However, there is another problem here because there is this section of my house too. So what I think is open this side as well, so I could hear if someone is breaking from the back side of my house. It's a small window. I don't think anybody can really break in through that small window. I mean, the Russian kidnapper could be 6 foot of flexible meat, like I suggested, but I think I just need to keep my windows open. If he's breaking in somewhere, I'm hoping to hear it, flash him out, and then fix everything else. From this point on, I'll be quiet. If there is anything I want to say, I'll add it later in editing, because I need to listen out and see if I can spot any footsteps, anything that may mean that I'm in danger and that my safety is compromised. Hello. So, this is my first time doing a commentary. I don't remember I ever did a commentary, especially over my own footage. I can see my own face, but I'm gonna do my best to articulate my own thoughts. And I have a few things I want to talk about too regarding the game and the gameplay in general, but we're gonna focus on the first case here. There is a suspicious report about a person named Alan Nowak, and the report pretty much describes that there was an altercation between Mr. Nowak and a technician next to a clinic about expensive ingredients. So right off the bat, I'm gonna put his name in the debit card and see what is he talking about. And right off the bat, you can see in Rainbow Solutions, he bought a bunch of agents, liquid solutions and stuff like that, with a lot of money, $3,000. So I went ahead and put it into the evidence card, as it is very expensive. And because of his suspicious activity, I decided to actually go ahead and hack his phone and see whatever I can find. And just in general, whenever you don't know what to do, a lot of the criminals or not criminals are gonna have the information you're looking for on their phone. So I go ahead and hack it, and then I look right away through the text conversations, especially this guy, Alan. I remember him, and I remember I one time saw something very suspicious in his conversations. So I went ahead and looked at the conversations right away. I don't exactly remember though, because again, I haven't played the game too much. So now I'm just kind of scrolling through the conversations, and then I remembered one of the conversations was kind of sketchy. I go ahead and send it, and the report was sent successfully. Now the next person here is Andrew Disher, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and shred this as well. Like, I'm not even gonna look into it. Yeah. Andrew Disher is clean, because I've reviewed his report before, and something very important about this game... Oh, also, I believe this one I'm gonna shred as well. This also looks shreddable. Unless if I decide that for whatever reason... Oh, I heard a dog barking, and that was enough to actually trigger me to look into the cameras. Anyway. Oh, okay, I guess I'm deciding to do the full treatment in the house. You can see my face expressions when like nothing happens. Anyway, so I'm probably gonna read through this again, and I'm gonna decide to shred it because I remember this as well. So yeah, Mr. Disher and the report about the 9-year-old niece are both a false accusation. The niece pretty much saw an exchange of someone having an attack, and then somebody using an EpiPen to stop her seizure. And Andrew Disher was reported to be like a creep, and that he doesn't listen to people, but in reality, when you look into his phone, it says that he just has earbuds on, and his friend complained. Anyway, Roy McCompney, I don't exactly remember what he did wrong, but I do remember that last time that I tried and shred his report, I actually got a negative report, like a report rejected, which means this guy actually has something to hide. So I'm probably gonna go very thoroughly through his phone to see if I can find anything to incriminate him. The report pretty much suggests that he has some sort of a scarathon every once in a while. The neighbors love it, the kids love it. However, the decoration seems a tad bit too real, and it actually was enough to raise one of the suspicion of the neighbors, and thus he filed a report on him. So right now I'm looking for any shred of evidence to prove that these props may actually be real. I don't remember if I actually managed to prove that, but we'll see. I'll also have to pull his information soon from DMVDB, which is the app that lets you get the actual ID of people. So right now I'm looking through the DB to see if he bought anything to actual props, but then I see a receipt from Shara.com or Sarah.com, and you can see that he bought some pretty heavy-duty tools, not the kinds that you make decorations with, which is what initially got my suspicion. And then I see a chainsaw as well from Domicile Depot, which also raised my suspicion, and another receipt from Sarah.com, which leads me to believe this guy is indeed doing some activity that is bad. Look at my fucking face, I'm thinking so hard. Ladies and gentlemen, I heard him. I heard him coming. I'm dead, but I heard him. Okay, so I think I've just figured out something here. I was able to link a sound cue of a grass step to Tanner. Whenever I hear grass being stepped on, it is Tanner. All I have to do is keep at it, and we may actually make it to night 2 for the first time. I've made it to night 2 on casual mode, but that's because I got lucky with shredding files, really. I wonder why Tanner didn't stop, though. I did flash him. Maybe I was supposed to flash him so hard that I tripped the breaker, huh? My open window strategy actually managed to get a sound cue for Tanner. Now this is unheard of because nobody, and I mean nobody, was able to ever predict when Tanner actually is coming. And do note that I barely checked the cameras that night, and I was able to, with minimum camera usage, to actually see him coming. So that was a very good job on my part. And yeah, it seems like the sound effect is actually very potent as well, as now when I'm doing the commentary, I'm actually having a way lower volume while I talk, because I don't want to be distracted by the sound. And I was still able to hear it myself while doing the commentary. So open window strategy seems to have some merit to it. So in the report right now, Elsa Monroe is being accused of something that involves 2 men and a lot of money. I decided to go ahead and look at her phone, and I found some conversations talking about money and, you know, the typical exchange of a deal that is somewhat dangerous. So that already kind of tipped me off that something weird is happening. I'm not sure if I already brought the text conversation. Oh, you can see the picture of a chair, whatever that was. So I take the picture, the conversation with her boss and some other person, because she did threaten them, and that warrants enough to prove that this transaction is somewhat of a malicious intent. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and look the ID now. Usually when there is a name, then just put some general, attributes a person has, and just look for their name, and it'll make your search much easier. Next one is unknown. So the next report is about a lady who moved into a neighborhood. She gets groceries delivered to her. She's quite of a loner. She doesn't talk to anybody. And at night, there is suspicious men driving and coming into her house. Again, very, very suspicious. So right away, I think I already am familiar with the case. So right away, I'm trying to get her ID, and then I'm gonna get the correct evidence to actually get a proper report. Also note that whenever you get an improper report, which means your report was rejected, it actually remembers it the next night, meaning I can only fail 3 times for the entire run, not per night, the entire run. So if you fail 3 times, your save file is deleted, so you know. Unless if you're playing in casual mode, but I don't really see the point for casual mode. So right away I hack her phone, and I'm gonna look away through the text convo, and both text conversations themselves are proper evidence, so I'm gonna go ahead and send it. And yeah, soon I think there's gonna be some time where I'm gonna try and really figure out a case, so I can talk a little bit about the gameplay loop. So let's see. Layla Morrison. So yeah, I also remember the Layla Morrison case. It's pretty much a fraud. There is nothing really going on. It's just an altercation or bad marriage between a couple, I believe. And there is nothing too much going on there. So the report itself is gonna go to the gutter. So I guess I can talk a little bit about the gameplay loop while I'm at it. So at its core, if you would like to beat Scrutinized, you'll have to get familiar with cases and figure out how to deal with the killers or the threats in this game. In this game, there is technically 3 ways to lose a game, or actually more, but technically 3 threats. Is that you either get the reports too many times wrong because it always remember it across nights, or you get kidnapped by the Russian man, or get killed by Tanner and become a statistic. So as long as you're able to actually recognize the cues from these threats, and also at the same time able to not fail sending a proper report, you'll actually be grand. Like, I know it's 10 nights, but honestly, if you can do that, there's no way you can actually lose. Which is what I'm trying to do in this video. I'm trying to recognize any cues whatsoever to try and figure out how to deal with the threats at the same time while studying cases. Now, I do know that some cases have unknown names, so it's really up to you to like search the characteristic listed in the report and find the correct person. And sometimes you won't, sometimes multiple people will come. By the way, we hear a car here, but nothing really happens. It's not enough to trigger me. Oh, actually it is. I'm looking through the cameras, but I don't see anything.
Ugh, damn it. Internet went out again. I need to go reset the router in the backroom closet.
I'm also gonna look around here and see if there is anything out of place, and frankly there is nothing out of place. It doesn't seem like Tanner or the Russian kidnapper correspond to the car. What seems to be a common theme that I've noticed throughout my gameplay, since I've already experienced these 2 hours myself playing the game. We haven't reached to that point in the video though, but it's a common theme where grass sounds usually indicate danger. Now, it's not the only danger. There's also some harsh sounds, which I'll explain later in the video. Yep, this is the point where I realize this report is just a couple having a bad time, and I get an early bed. I've actually made it to night 2 for once. This is not casual mode. This is normal mode. Hold on a moment. This house is pretty dark. Well, after checking around the house and making sure everything is locked, I went back to the computer. Now, this is the first time I've ever made it to night 2 on normal mode. And it won't be the only night that I'll beat. So right away I'm looking at Kennedy. I can't pronounce his name, god damn it. So right off the bat, when I've seen the report itself, it says that some neighbor poured dark liquid into a trash. Dark liquid, guys, in the night, it's gonna be blood. They're referring to blood. But my mind already raced to animal blood, because I remember in horror movies, always the bad guy, or the supposed bad guy, always had some sort of a dead body, but it was always of an animal. Yeah, I already got that report processed about the guy with the blood and everything. It was obviously a fake. There was, again, it's just animal's blood. God damn it. A new strategy. I took a little while before I looked away. I heard the light turn off. I think if I looked faster, maybe I would have caught him. Who knows? But what I do know is that I do need my window next to me open. I think I'm just gonna close the one in the kitchen and see if that works. I'm actually managing to reach night 2 consistently without dying. One of the reasons for it is actually because now that I think I have these alert mechanisms, I spend less time actually looking at the cameras. Notice that in that entire run, I wasn't rushing the reports, nor was I ever checking the cameras or checking around the house. So I was able to use my time more efficiently to get the reports done. Right now it seems like we do have Tanner on lockdown, even though I missed the flashlight on him the first time that I saw him, but we were able to tell when he's coming. Now we seem to be facing the problem that maybe the kidnapper's cue is also something else here. You know, I figured the thing out with the window, and I think there may be something that indicates that the kidnapper is coming. Frankly, I think I died to the kidnapper on my fault because I wasn't fast enough to react on turning back the lights on. If you just get up and you flash the light at the windows and he's there, I'm pretty sure he goes away. Like, the whole idea is that you catch him in the act. So I think if I was able to get up on time, we would have made it to night 3. However, now that I'm in night 2, I'm gonna try and reach night 3 again. And a lot of the reports, now that I recognize them, I'm able to tell whether I need to shred them right away, since I've already investigated the case, or if I need further investigation if I'm not familiar with the case in order to make some sort of judgment. So this is the point in the game where I'm kind of getting familiar with the reports very well. So you can see I'm shredding one right away. I'm reading, and then I try and link it to anything that I may have seen before. So you saw me just pointing there, so it means I know there is evidence against this individual. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and try and see what is going on. So again, Norma is the weed seller, the weed muffins. And then I find a report of Alan Nowak again. I believe that was the first report we've ever seen in this video. So I'm gonna go ahead, get the evidence, and then send them. I think this is where I actually passed night 2. I don't remember if I actually encounter any people in this particular night, but you can see that you can definitely get better. And now that I'm more familiar with cues of the actual threats, I waste no time looking around. I don't waste any time getting up my chair and looking around, looking for any turned off lights, looking for any kidnappers breaking a window, and I don't spend time looking in the cameras. And by that I save massive amounts of time, and the more time I save, the more I actually have a chance to win, because it means the less times I actually have to deal with the killers. The longer the night is, the more chances the killers actually have to actually get triggered. I think I may have heard something, but I decided it was a false alarm. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get the evidence. I believe I can use 2 of the conversations as evidence rather than the receipt. There is more than 1 piece, 2 pieces of evidence you can use. So as you can see, I'm hovering over here behind my face cam. I'm too lazy to move it, but I'm just hovering over, deciding which one is the most suspicious, and then I'm gonna file it. And previously, I've actually used the receipt where he spent $3,500 on agents and solutions and whatever. Over here I get a little paranoid because I really wanted to get to night 3, because I said to myself, I'm not uploading this video if I can't pass night 2. So it was very important to me to get to night 3, so I was also trying to go in on a gut feeling, but my gut feeling was going crazy because of the paranoia in me, because this game is good at that. So Layla Morrison, I believe this one we've also already seen before in this video. I get, again, very, very paranoid since I really wanted to make this video. This is technically I was recording it technically on my day off. I usually don't record on Friday, Saturday, but I've seen in the comments, many people really enjoyed the video and no one was making any progression, so I was like, hey, okay, I guess I can give it a look and make a video if I find something interesting, and I did. So I decided to record a video and make it. So the moment I recognize this report, the part with the alcohol is the one I think is gonna make me recognize it. Then that's the moment I'm gonna shred it. So there we go. Night 2, 4 reports already. That's pretty cool. Now the next one is about Brandon Simpson. Brandon Simpson has some very sensitive information on his hard drive, and I'm kind of familiar with his case, so I'm right away looking at his phone because I know a lot of the incriminating evidence against him is on his phone. There is actually incriminating evidence in his search history and incriminating evidence with one of his conversations, and you don't need more than 2 evidence to convince. You can't put more than 2 evidence. So you can see, can the police restore deleted footage? I put that as evidence, and then I take one of the conversations where a person say, whoa dude, with this information they can link the missing people case, like thousands of them. So that's very incriminating. So I'm gonna go ahead, try and pull out his ID. I'm not gonna put a lot of information. I'm gonna try and put it fast. So there we go. I got another report, and I've actually received bonus cryptocurrency. I haven't used it yet. The lights is off. As you can see, I kind of tense up in my seat a little bit because my window is open, and I thought he's just gonna kill me right away. I don't know how long the lights were off. Maybe I heard the sound effect and got up right away.
Ugh, damn it. Internet went out again. I need to go reset the router in the backroom closet.
I heard him! I heard him! God damn it! I heard him! Okay, so a slightly... fuck me, dude. I've actually heard him! Again, I could have reacted fast enough if I didn't check the cameras. I thought it was Tanner. I heard a slight faint brushes in the grass. Holy fuck. Okay, I'm giving this one more try. But god damn it. I've almost made it to night 3. I've had like 5 good reports. I think 2 more and I was early bed. For future reference, the killer has a louder sound effect than the kidnapper. So if I hear a faint sound, instantly I get up and check around. If I hear a strong sound, I instantly look at the cameras. That way we should get more easy here. I believe I heard the kidnapper. Well, I heard him, but I didn't see him. I wonder if I was really quick this time. Good. Oh, I did close the window on my end here. I need to open it. I usually lock it when I leave to make sure I'm safe. Well, I heard him, but...
this damn pepper having fun. I need to flip the breaker in the file room closet.
I heard him, but he seems to be going left, but the camera left can't really catch him. I'm not sure. This is the second time he does this. He doesn't go directly in the light. Like last time when I looked from that camera exclusively, he didn't react to the light. This time he tried to switch cameras to see if maybe another one catches him, but no. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. But this time, notice that I was able to deflect the kidnapper while also knowing when Tanner is coming. I don't know why he's not reacting to the cameras, frankly. I'll try, like, it's just a problem that I just don't know how to flash him out. In other cameras, he just kind of walks in them, you know? Like, straight in the middle. Like, you get a chance to flash him out. This guy, you don't. This time, I didn't get a chance to flash him out. So I wonder why he keeps doing that. Okay, sorry I haven't been talking for a little while here, but it's just... Risk Room has been doing a good old job just focusing and figuring out what's going on, but hey... I've heard something? I have to do it. As you can see, I heard something, but if the phone is locked, then you can't get the case. So I decided to get the phone first. If you don't crack a phone in time, it's locked. And I have one more report that I can get wrong before I lose. So, actually, no, I don't. If I lose the report, then I lose the game. Which is why I decided to crack instead of going to check the faint sounds, which may have been the actual kidnapper because I did catch a turned off light. I don't know if he actually made it in though, because I didn't see him. Maybe I was too late. Well, after a little bit of fun time exploring around the house, I got back to getting the reports. One more rejected report and it's all over, like I'm dead. A report about Mark Ashelman, about a guy just standing outside of a restaurant being very frustrated, making a big fuss. My face just kind of glows there for a second as I think that I hear something, but I'm just gonna look around real quick, make sure that none of the lights are turned off, and then when I see that, I'm gonna rush ahead to the PC to make sure that Tanner doesn't get a drop on me, so I can get back to the position where I can actually hear him. Because if you get away from the window, you can no longer hear the outside. So now that I hacked his phone, I see that he was nervous about a job interview, so I decided to destroy it. And Layla Morrison, we've already seen. It's the woman with the alcohol and the broken marriage, so I'm gonna probably go ahead and shred it because there is not much for it, and as I recognize it, I shred it. One more report and I also got a bonus in cryptocurrency. Now Alan Nowak again shows up. We already know about his very expensive ingredients and the technician and all that stuff, so I'm gonna find his ID right away. I believe I have an upgrade. Yeah, I have the IM number upgrade, which lets me get the IM number instantaneously when I have the ID. So far I found it the most useful because by far I hack phones the most. So it's really nice to get the number. You can also get like an instant rootkit hack as well, which I'm probably gonna get later this video. And there we go, I got the bonus. Now, if I get 2 more reports, I actually go to bed early.
Ugh, damn it. Internet went out again. I need to go reset the router in the backroom closet.
I'm dead. I'm pretty sure I heard walking. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it was just another hoax, like window tapping. The window tapping is a hoax. I hear a car in the background, but this doesn't trigger me. You can see that I was triggered slightly late. Checking around the house, see that one of the lights is turned off. Gonna go ahead and turn it on. However, because I'm moving around back here...
Kaboo!
God damn it, it was Tanner. Okay, I'll try again. Okay, so that sound is Tanner. Oh my god. Like, I don't have time to like play around. It's either one or the other. If it's not one, then it's the other. If I check the wrong one, then I die 100% of the time. So now I recognize a second sound for Tanner. 2 sounds that I now can link directly to Tanner. 1 sound for the kidnapper, 2 sounds for Tanner. The more I play, the more I get familiar with the sounds.
I should get to my computer and get
the more the game is just gonna get easier. I know I said I'm gonna try for the last time, but this is the last time. Because I am making discoveries here. Christopher Ruse is someone that is actually guilty of what they're doing, but... I remember looking at that case many times and just not finding the evidence that I need. So I was confused. And the report was rejected. There is definitely evidence there. I just didn't look hard enough. In this case, I didn't look at all. I didn't even want to bother with this case, considering that I was actually closing in on getting to night 3 here, as this was the goal for my video. And then Emily Linter. We already know Emily Linter is a crazy ex-wife. She actually stabbed her husband in the thigh. So it's actually listed in a police record report. I don't know if I'm actually gonna get it out. We'll see in just a second. First of all, I get her IM number to hack her phone. And now one of the conversations with Mr. Farah is incriminating because she clearly says that she left him a picture in the mailbox. So that's a harassment right there. I looked for anything. I see that she has a lot of search history about Farah, but I believe, at least I don't think that the evidence enough is going to be concrete to, you know, make this report passable. So now I'm in my head, okay, what actually made the initial report passable? So I decided to check the credit card, but I'm not sure if it's there. I think there is also evidence in there though, because I don't remember if I used the report. Yeah, there is instant digital print, what she used to take a picture of her, to where she developed the picture of her husband. And yeah, I'm just gonna use this print, I guess, and it is enough evidence. You can use also a police record where she attacked her husband. Andrew Disher, we already know. Get him out of here. We made it to night 3! Holy crap! This is normal mode. This is not casual. Sorry, my excitement. Forgot to lock the windows. Game still remembers my failures though. So, I gotta make sure I don't screw the next files up. Otherwise, I'll be in trouble. So the next case that I looked here is about Don Keenan. Now, it's about a guy who is grieving for his missing wife. And he also has a lover, a secret woman he's running an affair with. And I'm just looking for any evidence to show that he's, you know, he's a phony. So I grabbed one conversation and then I saw this proper response to grief, which I thought was pretty incriminating. Proper response to grief is not enough evidence that this guy is faking his grief. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna try one more time. I know I said that was the last time, but it's just that I got so far and I was penalized for the stupidest thing. Like, come on. That was clearly evidence right there. So right now I'm kind of on a hype mode. You can just see I'm just shredding them left and right. I recognize them. This is about kicking, I think, a body bag? I don't remember. I shredded it anyway because I recognized it. And then something, can't exactly see what I'm reading here, but I decided to go and see anyway because it was one away. I did it on purpose because I wanted to reach night 3 again. I'm sorry guys, that was totally a pussy move, but hey, I just want to try night 3. I promise I won't do it again though, I promise. If you're confused what I mean, I meant that the report itself, I never actually looked at it before, and I didn't know what it's gonna be, but I decided to shred it because I wanted to go to bed early. And again, in the long run, if you actually want to finish the game, you wouldn't do that, because every time you get a report wrong, it's remembered for the 10 nights you're gonna play the game. It's not per night, it's per game. It was a really bad move to do that, but I just really wanted to get to night 3 instead of waiting and see if I can start working to get in on night 4. And I believe I get very close here. Let's watch. Another suspicious report about an unknown personnel, about somebody stealing someone's package. Now, in my head, I'm like, that's a pretty stupid crime, but I'm gonna have to make sure that it's not wrong because I ain't getting any more wrongs. This time the stakes weren't as high, but yeah, I recognized this guy from a previous case, so I was able to identify that this person that I got is actually wrong. So I went ahead and tried and increased the search. I changed the weight, and then I found the real person here, Stephen Hayes. Right away I get his IM number to see what there is. Again, a lot of personal information is gonna be on the phone, and I'm just looking for a reason to shred him. Window tapping means nothing. So now I'm reading the conversation here. I'm trying to see anything out of the ordinary that perhaps may indicate a crime. I see a lot of gibberish, so I just skip through. I'm not actually going to spend all my time reading it, so I'm just looking for keywords. And now I see that something about a delivery man delivering something to the wrong address. So it was a red alert that this guy wasn't stealing packages, but rather taking what was rightfully his. So now I'm reading Alayla Morrison. We've seen this case so many times now. Get out of here, you and your broken marriage. Daniel Husbird. Okay, so this one is about someone coming into someone's house and then being all creepy like. So I've decided to look through their phone and see if there is anything weird. Now, since I actually know the name, I'm gonna go ahead, just put the general characteristics, which is male, brown hair and eyes, and then I'm just gonna pick the correct name. Shoot. Fuck out of here. Did you see that? He went through the left fucking camera. And then it didn't work on him, so I had to switch to the right one. So maybe that's what happened with my previous camera, because when he goes left, I can't get him with the left camera. I don't know why. I just can't. I tried. I don't know if I just didn't try hard enough, because I don't want to trip the breaker by accident as well. Over here, I had very little time to actually do it. And it felt like there were a bit more options, like the line just had more stop points, so I couldn't hack the phone. So when you can't hack the phone, you can't figure out the real deal. And over here you see me desperately try and get it, so I just decided to shred it. Soon enough you'll see me give up on it and shred it. I had like 5 seconds to do it. That was crazy. Luckily it was a letdown. Luckily, it was a false report is what I meant to say. So, this report is about a woman sitting in her house and hearing yelling and screaming from the other house. And then, at first she thought nothing of it because she thought they were like partying or something. But then she said that she saw blood splatter on the window. And that she got very concerned about it. Now, that sounds a lot like a murder, but as you know, nothing in this game is as it seems. So I would like to see with my own eyes what actually transpired. You can even see on my face, I'm like, what? What the fuck is she talking about? So right away, I put the characteristics. I already know the name, so just looking for the guy. I found him, gonna put him, get his IM number. I believe I heard a kidnapper. Very faintly though, so not... Not gonna lie, I think the kidnapper could already be here. 2 lights turned off, huh? Not so sure about this. So yeah, I was pretty bummed out because in my head I was like, I probably lost. There's 2 lights turned off. I buy an instant rootkit and I'm not gonna use it. What I'm doing is I'm using it in case I struggle, because last time I got a phone blocked by it. So as you can see, I don't have a lot of time, so I just have one in case that I struggle and I literally can't get it open. So I have it there just in case, so I can get the phone open. It's a really nice like a saving tool. Like, just always make sure you have one so you don't get screwed over by the phone, because usually the phone have a lot of incriminating evidence. So I looked up and I see a conversation between 2 individuals and they're talking about reenacting a scene. So in my head, they're reenacting a scene inside the house. So I went ahead and threaded it, and it was a good report. It wasn't rejected. And now 4 out of 7 to get an early bed. So we're almost closing on night 4 here. You can see I'm very paranoid. I'm checking over and over because I really, really want to get to night 4 now. We're not talking about casual mode here. I could definitely beat the game in casual mode, you know? Now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm... In casual mode, it saves after each night. And it doesn't delete. And over here, it also saves at each night, but it deletes itself if you die. You can also do like a save scumming thing, but I don't do that. Also, when I played Welcome to the Game 2, a lot of people save scammed. I don't do that. I don't create a backup for my save files. I just let them get deleted because I don't want to be a cheater. So they're talking about someone who went missing. And this is somewhat of a sensitive case, so I take my time very well just looking at it. I don't... Like, I read it very briefly and I didn't really understand what it was about. So I decided, okay, let's just hack the phone and see if there is anything immediate that pops to my eye. Anything immediate that screams guilty. Because again, I have... 1 rejected report and 2 more would send me back to hell. So now I see them talking about some stuff here. I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to look in at something weird, and I think that this was pretty weird, but then I'm like, actually there is nothing weird about it. It's probably just some legal stuff. So I went ahead and removed it. I don't see anything weird in the pictures. And I think I'll look at the conversations again. I'm not entirely sure. I heard him. I heard him. I actually think he went through my window, if I have to be frank. I heard him, and then instantly was inside, which is crazy, actually, that it's so fast, right? Actually, no, the light in my room was on, though. I don't know. So I got Tanner nailed down. We really have Tanner nailed down. It's just that the kidnapper does whatever he wants. I'm sure there is some sort of a telltale that I can figure out, but that will require more experimenting. Maybe that sound meant nothing, and he already came into the house earlier when 2 lights were turned off, and I said he may be inside. But goddamn, I've actually made progression. We almost pushed it to night 4 on normal mode. This is not casual. This was not casual mode. I'll have you know. This was normal mode and we nearly made it to night 4, which is crazy. My open window strategy does seem to have some juice to it. So, yeah, I just have to keep experimenting until I nail down the kidnapper. If I can nail down the kidnapper, I can beat the game. I can literally just beat the game straight up. Then it only falls down to me just doing the reports, and the reports is the easy part of the game. The killers are the hard part. It's always been the killers. So... yeah, I've been recording for 2 hours. I did not expect to be recording 2 hours. I had a lot of fun doing this episode. And I really like the game, the direction this game is going. I really like the direction Adam is taking this game in. Because this the gameplay here was less about looking for hashes online and more about comparing information and the report you have, and it's really fun. And I think Adam did a great job. I think it really shows the fact that so many people are having a hard time to beat the game, but the review score is so high because it's still so much fun, and everyone is having fun trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. So that was Scrutinized Part 2. Hey, if in Part 2 I got so far, what's gonna happen in Part 3? Thank you so much for the support on my videos, and thank you for watching my videos. In general, thank you mate so much for watching. So, I'll see you some other time. I'm not sure if I'll have enough time to record another Scrutinized episode this week, because I only try and make an episode once I have some sort of revelation that I'd like to try out, and then catch my reaction to whatever revelation happens. So thank you mate so much for watching. I'll see you some other time. Bye.